surrender my ego.
Go back at it again, folks. How's everybody doing on this great blessed day that God has blessed us with? Can we give our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ a hand clap of praise, people? Man, let's get to the top of the hand, folks, man. We finna get to this Superman review. James Gunn, you did your thing. You did your thing. If none of y'all haven't seen Superman or you're on the fence of seeing Superman, I advise you to go see it. It's David, what's the guy named? David Corey Sweat. David Corey Sweat. He nailed it with this Superman. Like, I've seen all the Supermans. It has not, I could put him side by side with the Superman from the 1980s, Christopher Reeve Superman. And like, because this Superman, David made Superman feel so human, you know, so vulnerable, somebody you could root behind, despite like all the battles he kept losing and kept gaining and he kept losing. It's out of this world. I can't even explain how everything was transpiring, because like when you see Superman in his most vulnerable state, it's like you could literally relate to him because you've been in that type of situation. And I gotta give another hand to Crypto. That's his partner in crime, the Superdog Crypto. And like he go heavy emphasis about Crypto don't never listen. He's a very disobedient dog, but he also a helpful dog despite him being disobedient. And you gonna as you watch the movie further and further, you're gonna see why the dog is so disobedient. But man, from beginning to end, you start relating to Superman because you want to build up, you want to see him succeed. And you know, once again, they got him fighting against Lex Luthor, which is played by Nicholas Hoult. Nicholas Hoult played a great Lex Luthor. It's like, I'm talking about on that screen, you could not help but hate that Lex Luthor. The way he was showing so much passion in that role, you could feel it on him. Because if y'all don't know Nicholas Hoult, he played in a few key roles. He played in the X-Men roles. He played in Warm Bodies. You know, Nicholas Hoult is a pretty good actor, and he, like, if I'm being honest, he really did nail this role as Lex Luthor. I got handed to him, like, because he was the villain that you really hated, that you really want to punch in the face. That's how bad it was. And also, I gotta give another hand to Rachel Brosnahan, played by Lois Lane, because at the beginning, it's like when they in the office, you see Clark Kent and Lois bickering at each other. So I'm taking it, she don't know he really Superman, but it's like a few scenes later, like she in her house and she's wondering why she hearing so much noise in the kitchen, and here comes that's Clark, which is Superman. So she knew he was Superman the whole time. They was hugging and kissing, and like, you know, that's when they did that big old interview, the interview that you've seen in the previews, and how Clark was answering her questions when she was asking him the most difficult questions, and he couldn't really give a direct answer. He kept veering off, acting so defensive. But like, it's almost like a complicated relationship between those two. Because, yeah, sorry about that, mama. Yeah, cut off. But yeah, like Lois and Superman, Clark Kent has like a complicated relationship, but they slowly bring it together the more you continue to watch it. Then on top of that, in the office, you also get you're working beside them. You also got Jimmy Olsen, who is played by Skylar Gisodo. Skylar Gisodo, playing as Jimmy Olsen. He played in a slew of movies. I can't remember. I know he played in what's that video game called? I can't remember that video game, but it's like a story-based video game. You know his face, you'll know what I'm talking about. But yeah, he played a epic role. It's like he was bringing like more so of the comedic energy along with somebody else. I'm gonna get to that as well. But like the more you watched it, the more he like it's like he knew how to hit those key comedic elements at the right specific time. And let me get to like the Justice. I think I thought they was gonna call themselves the Justice League, but it was the Justice Team. I'm not sure if the Justice something. It was the Justice Team or whatnot. Nathan Fillion, who played as Green Lantern. Man, that man was awesome. He was, and he was funny as well because you could totally relate to him. He was hysterical. Like it almost like he was leading the group between him. You had Isabella, who was playing as Hawk Girl. Like, even though she didn't get that much screen time, it's like when she was on the screen, it's like she played that key role, pivotal moment. And like she had Dude in the Sky, and Dude was like telling her, "I know you ain't gonna kill me because you just like Superman." She was like saying, "No, I'm nothing like Superman." Then dropped. I thought I didn't know she dropped the guy. Then I got handed to the #1 guy, Eddie Gaddaji. Eddie Gaddaji played as Mr. Terrific. Oh my goodness. When I tell you he nailed that role as Mr. Terrific, could nobody else play that role but Eddie. Like, Eddie nailed that role as Mr. Terrific. The way his mannerisms was so comedic because he always will argue with Green Lantern all the time and in those key roles. But like when he got to the action sequences, man, Mr. Terrific ain't no joke. Like he's not only smart, but he got like these 3D trajectory spears that be circling him. And man, the way he utilizes those spears, it's almost like watching them sequences in other superhero movies, how they have a certain superhero having like, say for instance, you seen like X-Men, you see Quicksilver have his little isolated scene. That's how it was with Mr. Terrific. And I gotta hand it to him, man. I literally have to hand it to him. He played an awesome role as Mr. Terrific. You also had let's see, you had Anthony Kerrigan. For those of y'all that don't know Anthony Kerrigan played in Gotham. He was the bald-headed guy. He played as Metamorpho, which I didn't know he was playing in Metamorpho because I was looking at the cast and I'm trying to say, Anthony Kerrigan played in this movie. Hey, who? Metamorpho. I'm like, oh, he played Metamorpho. And at first there was in the scene where Lex was telling him what to do because he had to like make sure Superman didn't escape out of the glass encasing, but like slowly but surely he started emphasizing with Superman and started beginning to help Superman. So he talked to Nathan, who was playing as Green Lantern. He talked to him close to the end about being in the Justice. I think the Justice Team. I'm thinking it's the Justice Team. But yeah, man, the cast was great. Sarah Sampaio, who played as Eve, I guess she was Lex Luthor's side chick, but she was also talking to Jimmy as well. Jimmy was talking to her and wondering why Eve would always wonder why her and Jimmy couldn't be together, and Jimmy always said, because you're Lex Luthor's side chick, man. I don't know if we could be, but like the moment that stopped, like you could tell like he wanted to be with her, but he didn't want her to be with her. Jimmy made the scene so funny, man. You had to watch it. I promise you had to watch it. I promise. Then you had this girl named Maria Gabriella D. Faria, who played as one of the villains in the Superman movie. Like, she played an excellent role, man. She played an excellent role as the villain because it's like you wanted Superman to topple her, but it was more difficult because she had like some of these, it's almost like particle ore powers, like they could see through your skin and get into your lungs to keep you from breathing and stuff. So like I said, man, you have to go and watch the movie. It was a great movie, like from beginning to end. Like, it had like its action sequences, but it also knew when the time to cut away from it and show the human side of Clark Kent, who is Superman, played by David Corenswet. Because like in those roles where he was actually a human, it's like you could actually relate to him. Cause it's like, dang, Lex Luthor has set something up to make the whole world turn on him within that video. It was like a video they were showing on the news in the movie. But it's like you could literally relate to Superman because he was like, dang, I like Les got your number, man. Cause he had found the place of solitude where there's Superman DNA. I didn't even know Bradley Cooper was in here. Bradley Cooper is in the movie, y'all. He is in the movie, but it's briefly because he was playing that Kal-El's father in like a pre-recording. Like every time when Kal-El needs to see that pre-recording, he'll look at that pre-recording. But then on top of that, I watched the whole movie in 3D. Like that, watching that movie in 3D compared to any other movie, like go and watch a regular movie on screen, then watch it in IMAX, then watching it in IMAX 3D. It makes a huge difference. That's like my second time watching a movie in 3D because the first movie I watched in 3D was the Ant-Man movie. But I would advise y'all, if y'all can, to go and watch it in 3D. But if you can't, then like I said, check this movie out. You will love this movie. If you have kids, make sure they check it out as well. If you want to take somebody on a date, they'll be the perfect movie to go on a date with. But I give the movie a 9 out of 10. I would have gave it a 10 out of 10 because I wanted something. It's almost saying I wanted something more, as if like I almost wanted to see Lex and Superman join forces. I know it sounds kind of crazy. Join forces to defeat a greater evil than them. I thought it would show like a little snippet of Darkseid or something like that. But like I said, we'll have to see what James Gunn going to do next. But like I said, the box office numbers is gonna come after like the weekend. It's either gonna make or break the movie. If it makes the movie, then I can truly say they're gonna build a timeline where, you know how when it all started with Iron Man and everybody else got their little single isolated movie and they build up to the Avengers. I think this how it's gonna be now. Like they started with Superman. You see this like a fresh start whatsoever, a nice fresh start on all superheroes. So they starting with Superman just to see how the numbers is. And if it goes according to plan, then that's when they're gonna start adding everything else. Oh yeah, spoiler alert, man. If you don't want to listen to the spoiler, I advise you to cut the movie off right now. But there was a spoiler played by it was this lady named, what's her name? Amelia Alcock. Amelia Alcock came out close to the end of the movie because Superman, I guess Superman was getting healed by his robots, and out of nowhere she came out, and that was Kal-El's cousin, Supergirl. So they actually showed Supergirl in the movie, and she was like saying, "Where's my dog at?" I'm like, "Oh, that's your dog. That's not Superman dog. That's your dog." So when Crypto saw her, he jumped at her and started banging her against the floor and stuff. And Superman said, "Oh, that's where his disobedience come from. That's where he get it from." But like I said, man, it was funny. But I advise y'all all to go and check the movie out. Like I said, it's a nice, awesome movie, man. Make sure you check it out. It's a great reveal. If you're gonna review the movie, like make sure you go and watch it with an open mind. Like I said, I had my expectations low because you know the news about Henry Cavill not playing next Superman. They couldn't get Henry Cavill. So I'm like, when they first showed David playing as the new Superman, I'm like, I don't know. I really don't know about this Superman. But it's like, the more you watch it, the more like you literally have to watch the movie. The more you watch it and pay attention, they picked the right Superman for this because, like, it's like he's superhuman, but he also human, and you don't see that in many superhero movies. Like Henry Cavill had his like tidbit moments in the movie, but it wasn't more human like the way David portrayed it on the screen. You have to go and see it. Like me talking about it doesn't do it justice. But like I said, man, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on all up-to-date gaming, video, blog, news that bring to all you want from beautiful people around the world. Because without God and without you people, there will be no YouTube for girls and guys like me. Bring you awesome videos for you good folks. So until then, man, y'all take it easy. Don't forget to get right with Jesus. Peace. I'm out. Let's go.
What good is it if I gain all the world, but I lose it? Yeah, I lose it.